Happy fucking New Year, everybody. I'm driving around. Gotta go to the store. Got things to do. Stopped to get smokes. I know we were supposed to try to quit smoking, but you know. Anyway, I wanted to wish everybody a happy New Year's Eve. I did spend the morning reflecting, and I got a chance to think about a lot of the things that have happened over the last year, and I put it down in my usual yearly recap on Facebook, and shared that with my friends. It's raining really hard here in North Carolina. It's 60 degrees though. I can't fucking complain about that, man, let me tell you. So if you hear the windshield wipers going, that's because I'm driving and it's raining. So, you know, I put that Facebook post up and kind of recap my year, and I kind of wanted to do that, I don't know, virtually for my Lost for Words people and people on social media that don't have me on Facebook, because Facebook is my first world, and I don't let a lot of people go there if they're on Talk Successful World or on the other social media platforms. But you know, 2021 was really, really tough, and I started 2022 alone and terrified of what my future was going to bring, because you know, Toby had just died 2 months prior to that, and I was terrified. I was scared. I didn't know what this year was going to bring for me. But you know, I had optimism. I had therapy, and I have friends, and I knew that, you know, no matter what, I was gonna make it, at least the best way that I knew how. But as I recapped the year on Facebook, it, you know, made me think about all the great things that I did, all the adventures I went on, all the experiences, and the people that I spent that time with. In February, I took a road trip with Wolf and Hound, the canines, my brothers, my family, and we went to New Jersey. And we took an 8-hour road trip, and we spent the night to see their favorite band. And I had decided, you know, at Christmas I was going to gift them that experience, because, you know, anybody who knows me knows that music is my life, and I live for concerts and road trips and all of the other excitement that adventures bring. And we had a freaking fantastic trip. It was amazing, driving through all those states, going through tunnels, which I fucking hate, and getting made fun of for that, throwing juice boxes and just having a great time. And the concert was hopefully everything that they had ever wanted. And it was super great, and coming home and just being able to share that experience with, you know, two people who basically showed me love and compassion and caring at a time when I had nobody. And we just had such a great time. You know, and I spent a lot of time working on my podcast, spending time up at the farm when I needed to be alone, and reflect on my life, and spend time with my best friends up there, and the animals, which absolutely make my heart happy, fulfill my soul, and navigated March and mine and Toby's birthdays, which was really tough, because it was our first birthdays alone. But I did it. You know, I went through March. I decided to take on a part-time job, and I started working at the gas station, which I absolutely love. It got me out of my house, kept me from being a hermit. I met some really cool people. Hanging out with the neighborhood there has been really exciting and great. And then in April, we took another road trip, and we went to Tennessee to hang out with Sam and do another paranormal investigation. I didn't go, they did, but at some prison at Brushy Mountain. And again, another road trip that I don't know, I had just the best time. You know, it wasn't as long as the one to New Jersey, but close. And just getting to hang out with the boys and talk about life and just enjoy the journey is always just been very healing for me. And that was a really good time as well. And we came home and, you know, I was ready for whatever life was going to throw at me. I think the biggest takeaway is that when life bogs you down and you get into the hard things in life that are tough, you take some time for yourself and you go do an adventure and you get off of the beaten path and experience something that centers you and rejuvenates you and gives you a sense of, I don't know, optimism for the future. You know, and then in May, the boys lost their mom, and that was really tough for me because my emotions were still really fresh about losing Toby. But I was there for them much in the way that they were for me, and I needed that. They needed that, and through the grace of God, we're navigating the grief and loss journey together. But I couldn't have think of people that I would much rather be experiencing that with. You know, and then the cat, I mean, Murray showed up on my doorstep, and I consumed the next 4 months of my life taking care of kittens and cats, and I'll tell you, that was an experience that I can't put into words how much I learned from taking care of cats. I never owned a cat a day in my life, let me tell you, and to see Mama give birth to those 5 kittens and then to nurture them and rear them and find loving homes for them. I got to pick all of the people who got to be the new parents of those kittens, and I picked the best people who are going to love and nurture those felines. And I get updates, and it makes my heart and soul so happy every day. Those kittens are everything, and they will always be the most important part of that journey. I learned how to heal taking care of those kittens, and in the process, I learned a lot about unconditional love. You know, and I like most animals than I do most of the humans. Let me tell you. But it was great. It was a great time. Sam came back to see me in September. We had 2 weeks of hanging out. He got to collab with boys again. Laura Lee's birthday, I talked to her a messenger while they were doing an investigation, and then the bees came and stung them, and why that was really scary. It was also a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. We joked around a lot. You know, Sam and I got a chance to talk about life and healing and losing Toby and all the things that went along with that. Again, just more time and grace and fellowship to heal and to go through all of the wide roller coaster of emotions that we all have to deal with, because life's hard, right? Get a helmet. And that was a pretty awesome trip, I think, for him, for me, for the boys, and just being able to hang out and enjoy life, and plan for the future, you know. September was a good month for me. And then in October, I had to go home. I had to go back to Minnesota. Hadn't been there in 5 years. That was a crazy trip. 18 hours long with 3 cats. Mama and 2 kittens that I rehomed to some wonderful people back in Minnesota. And I got to spend time with my daughter and her boyfriend, who is an amazing human as well. And to reconnect and revisit with my real friends, the people that I left behind 5 years ago when I started this, you know, journey with Toby. And I really missed a lot of those people. I didn't miss my life back there, but I did miss my friends. I missed being cared about and loved by people that I've known for decades, who once again stepped up to the plate to show me that I was worthy of being their friend, even though I'm human and I make mistakes. But I'm grateful. I had an amazing trip. And again, getting to spend time with my daughter and the people that I'm close to was really awesome. I'm grateful for a job that gives me the ability to work remotely so I could travel and work. And I look forward to exploring that a little more in the next year. I came home and I went to see Iron Maiden. I bought that ticket the previous year, and I was anticipating it, and of course it's my favorite band, so I had a great time. And I enjoyed that experience, walking up to that Coliseum with my head held high, doing something alone that I've never had to do before. And when I was done, I was like, yeah, I did this, and I did it unapologetically, you know. I just went for it. Grab life by the balls, right? In November, I went to West Virginia and visited some more friends that I made on the internet. And I went up there for Thanksgiving and had great food and fellowship once again with people who give selflessly of themselves to give me space, to let me have emotions, to let me feel, and to teach me more about myself than I thought I would ever learn. You know, I didn't want this to be as emotional as it is, but life's hard, man. You know, I've spent a year on my podcast documenting the things that I've experienced, my observations, trying to teach people red flags about behaviors and things that are not going to serve them, and trying to be the best version of myself, and in the process help other people be the best versions of themselves. And just trying to navigate all of this and wrap your brain around it sometimes isn't easy. Christmas was real quiet. I needed that. It gives me an opportunity to not just get rid of the physical things that are old and start minimizing and cleaning out, but also the things in myself that emotionally I need to get rid of and clean out, things that no longer serve me, and keep moving forward to the best year that I can have. And it's hard, man. It's hard to let go of the things that hold you back, and become a better, more positive person when circumstances and things hit you really hard, and you have to just learn to accept those things. And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at accepting the things that I can't control or the things that I can't change. But I'm going to do it, because honestly, what choice do I have? But I'll tell you, I'm grateful. I've never been more grateful for the people that I have in my life, that I love the bottom of my heart, who treat me the way that I want to be treated, who allow me to treat them well, to give them my unconditional support and friendship. Means everything. I have a small circle of really good people around me who I know that as long as we're together, and we keep supporting each other's journeys, we'll succeed. We won't fail. There's no way we can fail. Life's going to hand us a lot of roller coasters, but as long as we communicate and be authentic and genuine, we're all going to succeed. We're all going to make it. We're going to do it together. I don't feel so terribly alone all the time, even though I miss Toby more than anything. And it's really hard to not be angry when things are taken from you that you didn't ask for, and you're given things that you really don't know how to handle. But I know he's up there watching. I know he's there being supportive of me, of the people who love me, of my journey without him. And that he's watching over everything that I do. And I'll continue to talk about him as much as I can and remember all the good times, all the lessons that I learned being part of his life. Man, I wish he was here. But I'm going to get through it, and I have a lot of you to thank for that. 2022, reflecting on that and the dumpster fire of all the drama and the things that happen, but also being able to be grateful and thankful for all the good things that have happened are huge for me. I know I'm going to make it. I know you're all going to make it. I know we're going to do it together. It can't rain all the time, right? Nice words. But I can't say how grateful I am for the people who have supported me on my journey, who've wanted to have these conversations about life, about the things that we all need to do to become better versions of ourselves, about positivity, about getting rid of toxic negativity. I'm looking forward to having more of those wonderful conversations as we all navigate, find commonality, and learn from each other. I learn every single day from people that I meet in my first world, on the internet, everywhere, about myself, about them, about being the best versions of ourselves. And I look forward to learning more. I'm hoping that this year is better for all of us, and that we keep looking for exciting things to come. I've got a concert in May. I hopefully have people visiting. I'm planning some trips. I'm going to get my happy ass out of my comfort zone some more. And I'm going to try to find those things that bring me joy and peace and happiness, because that's all we got. It's the last life I've got to live, and I've got to do it. I got to do it for me. And not apologize for any of it. No apologies for being me, for being real, for being human. And honestly, if you want to live a miserable life and a toxic existence, knock yourself out, but you're going to do it without me. I've worked far, far too hard. I've come way too far to allow anybody to try to kick the feet out from under me because they can't learn and grow and heal from their own toxic shit. I mean, honestly, I've talked so much about narcissism on my podcast and about toxic people, and the sad thing is they're all just a bunch of trauma-bound people who are scared and terrified, much like I was, to take a look at the things that hold them back and fix them. And, that's a them problem. I've made no bones about it. I can't fix anybody but me. And I'm not going to try. I'm going to give advice when it's asked for. Unsolicited advice isn't good because people don't take criticism very well. But I'm going to support my friends who support me. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to work. And I'm going to explore and adventure and just be the best human that I can be for myself. And hopefully people will continue along that path with me, and we can continue to swim in that direction of goodness and positivity and happiness. And I can't wait to see what the next year brings. Thanks for spending the last 20 minutes of me driving around crying and being a miserable boohoo whiny pants, but know that I love you. I appreciate all of you. I thank you. And I'll see you all soon.